Hey yo, welcome to our channel today. Surviving Infidelity. I couldn't handle his false reconciliation and ghosted. He started blame shifting and got upset when I didn't just forgive and forget. He said all the right words, poured out crocodile tears, and begged on his knees for forgiveness. To be fair, he has done some work. Occasionally, he would text me pictures of where he is and text me throughout the night. He would spend more time with me and listen to me cry, but he would also stonewall and get frustrated if I had a rough day or questioned him. Slowly, the red flags started popping up again, the same ones he demonstrated when he was first cheating on me. Passwords changing, phone mysteriously dying whenever he went out, never leaving his phone around. My heart started sinking, suspecting he was cheating again. He explained these away, promising he would never hurt me again. I was in denial, had conversations over and over again, respecting my boundaries, letting him know when he goes out, who he's with, and checking in with me throughout the night. Really, it's freaking easy. On Friday night, he turned his phone off when he went out again, and all my calls went to voicemail until the next afternoon. I had a mental breakdown and realized I couldn't deal with this anymore. I was an anxious mess, calling and texting him all night. I cried myself to sleep. His phone was off the entire night. I blocked his number, all social media, his friends and family on everything. I had my family block him as well. When he realized I blocked him the next day, he started calling me from unknown numbers and showed up at my place. I held strong, didn't answer or respond. He left voicemails claiming his phone had just died, and he was doing the work to earn back my trust. He was crying and begging me to unblock him. Yeah, right. I see him 3 to 4 nights a week. It's almost always fully charged. Yet when he's out with friends, it's suddenly always dead between 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. the next day. Really? He must think I'm a freaking idiot. I begged him to keep his phone charged, but I realized he doesn't give a damn and just turns it off. Probably goes to see his hookers and Tinder dates while I'm at home struggling to be mentally stable. My stomach feels like it's in knots. I truly loved him and really disappointed, depressed, and ashamed that our relationship failed. I loved this man and did everything to make him happy. I cooked amazing meals for him, always dressed up, intimacy all the time, bat rubs weekly, small gifts, and was always there for him. I'm considered conventionally attractive and in great shape. I'm also close to finishing my degree. I'm just so disappointed. I really loved him or the person I thought he was. We were about to sign a lease together before I discovered his double life. And thank God I did. I feel guilty for ghosting him, but I just can't deal with his half-assed attempts at reconciliation. Now for the top comments. Good work. You have to create consequences. Be strong. Thank you. I can get through this, even if I can't believe it now. No need to feel guilty for ghosting someone who turned their phone off with zero regard for your feelings, which are the direct result of him disregarding your feelings hundreds of times in the past. You clearly care more about his feelings than he does yours. The silence is hard, the hardest part, in fact. You'll be tempted to falter, to reach out, looking for the answers to the questions that torment you in your silence. Get a lifeline, someone to reach out to when you're at the bottom of that pit. It'll prove very useful in your recovery. But above all, keep your head up and stay strong. It took guts to do what you did, and that makes you brave. You'll look back and be proud of this moment. Even if you're in the deepest pit of self-loathing at the moment, you got this. Thank you for your comment. I'm going to follow your advice. I'm packing a bag to stay at my mom's for a bit because, like you commented, the silence is just so deafening. I'm used to having him over most nights or FaceTiming me. My sister is coming down to spend spring break with me too in April. I feel like the ball in my stomach won't go away. I hope with time, I'll look back and not feel regret. You read the situation absolutely correctly. There's no reconciliation but the totally devoted kind. He's lost all rights to the victim card. Either he's on board with your terms, or he's not serious about beginning an effective reconciliation. Don't play the pick-me game. He should feel bad. He messed up big time. It's not your job to fix that. It's his. If he doesn't see that now, nothing you can say would change it. Thanks for taking the time to comment. I feel pretty lonely, and reading the replies is helping a lot. I played the pick-me game really hard the first time around. I felt less than and tried to prove myself that I'm worthy of being loved. It's depressing looking back. I wished I left the first time around. But this is a definite learning experience. Your comment helped me put things in perspective. Much love to you. The next story is titled Letting Go Was the Best Thing I Could Have Done for Myself. Little backstory. My ex-husband, who I was with for 5 years, had an affair with a coworker and left me for her 3 weeks after we got married. He lied about it for months while sleeping with both of us. I had suspicions that he was cheating before he left me and had asked him about it, and of course, he was so offended I could even think that. So I begged him to try couples therapy with me because I didn't want to believe he would cheat until I found proof that it had been going on since before he left me. It was a truly terrible time for me. I felt so hurt and confused and just shattered. I was only 30 and was going to be divorced, and I thought everyone would think there was something wrong with me. Eventually, I started dating again, but actively hid the fact that I was going through a divorce out of shame, which I regret now because having something like this done to you is not something to be ashamed about. We are literally victims of someone else's selfishness. We are the casualties. Through everything that happened, I ended up falling for someone I had been friends with for 10 years, even though neither of us had ever seen each other as anything more than platonic. He was there for me during my difficult times, and I realized I was developing feelings and didn't think about my ex when he was around. The first time we kissed felt like actual magic. It felt so right. We are about to celebrate 1 year of being together, and I realized this is it. This is what I was supposed to have: the connection, the respect, the unconditional love. If it took going through what I went through to be where I am now, for our timing to be right, I'd do it again in a heartbeat. More than anything, I'm proud of myself. I let go and never looked back once I knew the truth. I finally let myself acknowledge that I deserve better, that I deserve so much more than lies and cheating, let alone the years of emotional abuse I endured. What happened to me will always be a chapter in the book of my life, but I won't let her rewrite my whole story. Now for the comments. Commenter 1. I am so happy for you that you found your way out of the darkness. You deserve only the best, someone who loves you and cherishes and honors you. Happy for you. Commenter 2. Some people don't want to hear that when you stay in a relationship with an unapologetic cheater, they victimize you. When they cheat, you victimize yourself every moment of your time. Glad you are not doing that to yourself. Commenter 3. Awesome. You are totally right about the shame. It's so hard to get over the mindset, even though all my friends would tell me I have nothing to be ashamed about. I just felt like people would still judge me. Eventually, I realized that anyone who would judge me for that isn't worth my time anyway. Commenter 4. I love this so much. I am so happy for you, and reading this gives me hope. You should have hope. You deserve so much more than what was given to you, and there are so many people out there who are also just as loyal as you are. Now for the last story. Title: Caught in the Act. Discovering my husband's betrayal. My husband and I met when I was 17 and he was 22. We have been together for 16 years and married for 7. We have a daughter who is now 12 and a half. Last weekend, he went out to meet up with work colleagues for a leaving party at the beach. They went out in the day, and around 5 p.m., he called asking to bring a few people back for a bit. I agreed. He came back with a guy and 2 girls he works with, and I sat downstairs with them for a while before going to bed early because of work. They were all drinking and pretty drunk. I told my husband to get them to leave as I had work and our daughter had school in the morning. I fell asleep but was woken up around 10 p.m. by their noise. I messaged my husband and he came upstairs, saying he was asking them to leave. I heard the door go around 11:30 p.m. and woke up. I tried getting back to sleep but couldn't and ended up going downstairs as my husband wasn't in bed. I opened the living room door and there he was, pants down, with a girl he works with sitting on top of him. They weren't having intercourse, but both had their pants down. I kicked her out of my house. Not sure how I didn't punch her, and have felt sick since that moment. My husband was obviously drunk. The first thing he said was, "What's her name?" I've been off work since. I immediately told him I wanted a divorce, and made him tell our daughter a toned-down version so she understands why I'm upset. She hasn't spoken to him all week. The first few days, all I did was cry. I couldn't believe he had done this in our home while we were both upstairs. I've spoken to him since and I can see he really regrets it. He said he was so drunk, he didn't know what was going on, but remembers seeing them all out of the house, so she must have come back in. I've checked his phone while he was sleeping, and there's nothing untoward on there. He says this girl repulses him, which I think makes it worse somehow. Now I feel like I have all this pressure to decide what happens to our family. I have to decide whether I could move on from this or want to divorce him. This doesn't feel fair. Constantly thinking about it. I'm not sure if I could get past the image and want to be intimate with him ever again. I'm also not sure I can be a single parent or afford to live without him. I'm just a mess. Now for the top advice. Commenter 1. It sucks having to be the responsible adult because your husband decided to be a dirtbag, doesn't it? Especially when you're hurting and your whole world is falling apart. Commenter 2. This is a brutal thing to go through, and I'm so sorry. I know how much it hurts, but if you stay and let him rug sweep it, this will destroy you. Even if you're open to reconciling later, you have to get out of this dynamic and away from these people. Commenter 3. If you ask him if he was assaulted and to press charges, see what his reaction is. That could tell you a lot. It's absurd. It will never hold in a court or even at the police station. Feel no pressure. He made that choice when he decided to cheat. Commenter 4. Whatever happened, you still need to work out if you can move past the image you walked in on. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our story. Your support means the world to us. If you enjoyed what you heard, don't forget to hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe for more captivating content. Your engagement fuels our passion, and we're grateful to have you on this journey with us. Stay tuned for more exciting stories and adventures.